shifted right there. Did you feel like that on the field, or is that just UCLA coming together at that point?
No, I mean, that's a great team. They've really turned things around the last 2 weeks. We're always clawing and fighting back, no matter the situation. That was something that was kind of unfortunate. But I know for defense, we always want to respond and be able to have the offense feel comfortable enough to go for it on fourth down. They came up short, and we didn't do our job on the back end of that.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to execute there. I didn't really feel like a momentum shift, but we just got to do our job. We got to convert.
Jordan, fifth time in 6 games, Michigan State has scored a touchdown on its first possession, and then something happens. What happened today? Down 7-0. You're up 7-0, and then.
Yeah, we just got to execute better. We got to keep that momentum from that first drive going. Defensively, I can't really speak too much on the offense side, but I know defensively we just got to do a better job executing and keeping the offense on the field while they're hot and getting them the ball back as soon as possible.
Matt, I'm wondering, on that fourth down call, was that a design toss sweep, or was that an audible at the line? And I know that you probably can't really, until you go back and look at it, kind of say what broke down there.
Which one are you talking about?
The fourth down and inches in the first quarter, deep in your own territory.
I don't even remember what you're talking about. But I mean,
The play that was asked about earlier, the one where they stopped you guys.
Was I like pulling around?
I think it was a toss. It was a toss to Frazier on the right that got stopped and turned over on downs.
Yeah, that was designed. It was. We wanted to. It was a weird look, and they shifted back, and we ordered it. It was. It wasn't really exactly what we wanted to do, but yeah, it was a design toss.
This is for both you guys. As this game is kind of spiraling through those quarters, what is the communication like between Jordan on the defensive side, between you and your side of the ball, Matt, between you guys and the offensive line? What's that communication like going through that game?
Just try to motivate, just being realistic. There were some things that we did well this game, and there's some things that we didn't, but just being realistic and letting the guys know that it's a 4-quarter game, and we have to be able to push through times when things aren't going our way, and just harping on that idea of, we're not at where we want to be right now, but just as this game goes along, we continue to work, continue to claw back, and just weren't able to do that well enough today.
Yeah, for both you guys, the sport gives you highs and lows. When you've been in a low point, so to speak, can you recall in your sports history what it looked like when you worked your way out of it individually and the teams that you've been a part of? For both of you, please.
Yeah, I mean, it's this time right now. It's a tough time, but we have a phrase. I'll probably butcher this but we have it in the defensive room. Good times create soft people. Soft people create hard times. Hard times create good people, and it's an ongoing cycle. And so that's just where we're at right now. We're in hard times, but we're going to continue to work through those times, and we're going to be hardened. That's something that I said a while ago about being callous as a team and as a defense. And we're going to get back to good times and do it the right way.
You guys talking about the focusing on the good times. What are some of the good things that you can focus on both sides of the ball, both of you, that you can build on and use as leadership tools?
Yeah, I still believe in our front seven defensively. Our ability to stop the run and our communication up front. We just got to continue to harp on some of those details and execute at a higher level.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can run the ball as an offense, and as offensive line, we can run the ball. I think we can pass protect. We had to do a better job of it. But yeah, I mean, those are some of the things that we can build off of.
Question for both you guys. I'm wondering, their coaching staff has gone through some different things, so they've changed some things up mid-season. I'm wondering how much you guys saw today that you didn't see on tape, and just how did that affect the preparation, if at all? Was there a lot of stuff out there that you weren't able to scout ahead of time because of those coaching changes?
We say that again?
Was there a lot that you saw today that you didn't see ahead of time from UCLA when they've changed up coaching mid-season, done some different things for only a couple games? Was there a lot of sort of unscouted looks, I guess, that you guys saw today that you just, because these guys haven't coached this way for many games, weren't on tape?
Yeah, I mean that's a process for every game. You're going to get unscouted looks that you haven't seen, that they haven't put on film. I know defensively we just have to do a better job of executing and responding, and just when you're seeing something for the first time hasn't shown up on film, just having how being a racer and just getting to the ball, getting on the ground, line up and play again. We just got to do a better response and execution.
I don't think there's much, like, there's some different stuff, like Jordan said, every week they're gonna bring some different stuff, but majority of the stuff we had seen.
Guys, this is 3 straight Big Ten losses by a combined 50 points, and now you have to go to Indiana. As captains, how do you keep a sense of belief that you can turn this around?
Because belief, I mean, it's not a week-to-week thing that changes. It's something that we've been doing since January. We still believe in the guys on this team and the coaching staff, so that doesn't change just because we have to go to Indiana or whoever we play next. It's a belief is something that's been instilled in January, and something that we're going to believe in and live by going to Indiana next week.
Yeah, I agree with Jordan. It's not like a fleeting thing. Like we all believe in who we are and, who we're led by. And we just got to, face this loss in the face, get better from it, watch the film, and move on and get better. That's all we can do.
Go ahead, and Chris, to wrap us.
Jordan, I know as an elder statesman, you've been around these parts for a little while, but this is the third 3-game losing streak in Jonathan Smith's tenure, and that's happened. I guess in terms of the frustration factor of that, I mean, is it frustrating that you guys haven't round a corner and move past some of these issues?
I'm looking forward to Indiana next week and continuing to grow and get better.
I'm wondering if this is for both of you guys. You've had a number of games this year where you've had to fight back. Is there a mental fatigue in that, in terms of having to constantly fight back? And how do you kind of summon that up now for the back half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, football is mentally tough as it is. But yeah, we just got to continue to hop on, just starting fast, accelerating in the middle, and finishing strong. That was kind of our one of our points of emphasis this week, and we just failed to do that. So we just got to go back to the drawing board. I think that's a model that kind of needs to stick with us as a team, is being able to start fast and accelerating in the middle and finishing these games out strong.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Testing 1, 2. Take them, yeah, get a new one.
Okay, I'll start with just not good enough. Starting with myself, I think about the staff as we're responsible, prepare these guys through the week, and they come out and execute and play with great energy, and we didn't have it today. I told the locker room again, we lost a bunch of one-on-ones. All three phases, the opportunity to get off the field did not take place the way they could run the ball. Situations with erring on aggression early, fourth down, own it defensively that we bow up didn't take place. And so we're at the halfway point. Talked about it in the locker room just now, 3-3. That's the realities, gotten beat the last 3 weeks coming out, and we got to work to fix some things that we can fix, but we got to be able to play in a manner that we win way more one-on-ones than we did today.
Jonathan, real quick, do you have an update on Aiden and what his status is?
Yeah, he got banged pretty good. There's start of the third and wasn't available the rest of the time.
And then the 4th and 1 call you mentioned earlier, I guess the thought into that, was it designed to be that sweep, toss, I'm sorry.
Check play, we're gonna sneak it. They squeezed it, checked it to an outside play and lost some one-on-ones out there.
Jonathan, you go into halftime to boos from a home crowd on homecoming, big crowd. In terms of the people who maybe have lost faith in this program, what do you say to them as the coach of this team and the person in charge?
Yeah, on the faith end, I'll just say I like playing at a place and being a part of a program that people genuinely care, have some energy and passion behind it, and that's a two-way street. When you're at a place, there's a high amount of care factor and passion with it, So if you're asking for that, you're going to get it on both ends.
John, I kind of want to go back to that fourth down play a little bit more. Can you kind of walk through, one, the decision-making to go for it that deep in your end that early, and secondly, kind of the machinations of that, when you're going for it, you mentioned it, you talked about it as sneak and then changed it to outside. Was that an Aiden call? Was that from the booth, or what was that?
That's a game plan call. So when they go to squeeze, we're going to run sneak. They're in sneak defense. Defenses are exposed when you kick it out wide. So that wasn't just Aiden. That's what he's getting coached to do. That was the game plan of it. Obviously, did not work.
And the decision making to go for it that deep in your own end.
Less than a yard. Yeah, that's on me. Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, right in front here, it seems like with the 3 losses the last 3 games, the fans' reactions have been disappointment, then anger, now apathetic. Do you kind of feel that energy with how the crowd reflected as they left throughout the game today?
I can speak exactly. Call it, frustrations at halftime. All of us got the same ones. And so I can't speak for I don't know what we had, 70,000, whatnot there.
Jonathan, over here, you mentioned not having great energy. Are you worried, and losing one, are you worried about the state of this football team mentally, where they are and sort of where their mindset is?
No, I don't think we matched UCLA's new life, new energy on some one-on-ones and got beat. I don't think there was any loafing out there. I still think the care factor is there with this team. No, I just think that we got to come up on a Saturday. Where I'm leading into, I'm thinking we got to look at how much we're working during the week, so they got some freshness on Saturdays as well. But I don't think there's a factor or lack of care out of the group.
Also, the passing game, which a couple weeks ago looked like it could be a real strength for you in the Big Ten, was just not really a threat for a long time. What is going on there that's created this? Yeah,
I think we missed a couple open throws early, anticipating that. And then when you miss early, you feel like you want to get into a rhythm. I think passing is a lot about rhythm, and we have failed to get into one in the passing game the last couple weeks.
Jonathan, seems like an overwhelming situation right now. How do you prioritize what you need to focus on first to kind of bring everything back together?
Well, you got to analyze it, and you got to take a deep look at the film too, because your emotions after the game, and sometimes extremes take place when you're emotional. We're going to analyze it in a big way, and then we got to fix what we can fix, and then we think about, well, if this is a flaw that we can't totally fix, maybe we think about different scheme, different personnel, that kind of thing.
Jonathan, we all talked going into this about their coaching staffs made some changes mid-year, so it's not as much data. I'm wondering how much do you think sort of unscouted looks or just different things that we're not able to be prepared for played a
I
factor?
don't think the looks have dramatically changed on both sides. I do think just watching off the tape and then experiencing it today, that energy and belief out of that group out of UCLA, and I should have gone back to starting with credit to those guys. They came in here and played a really good game.
Jonathan, this week, either in terms of body language or focus, did you sense that something wasn't quite right, or were you shocked by the performance today?
So very surprised by it, and again, I think all of us are that way. Through the week, felt good, back to work, guys with, call it energy and focus through the week. So yeah, surprised that this performance looked the way it did.
Coach, 18 games into your tenure here at Michigan State, do you feel this team has progressed to where you think this program should be?
The last 3 weeks, no, we'd like to be in a better place. At the same time, you know, sometimes it's a couple steps forward, step back, and again, well, I'm not pressing a huge panic button here, but there is this extreme urgency to get this thing in a better place, and so we're going to be back to work doing it tomorrow.
You just touched on the urgency, but maybe the pressure to win with the way this season has gone the past 3 weeks. Are you feeling that?
I think there's always pressure. And this is what you sign up for. You want to be whether a head coach, you want to be a play caller, you want to be a quarterback in the Big Ten, you want to play defensive line in the Big Ten. There's always, call it pressure, but your own expectations are really what you're chasing, and we're focused on that.
In addition to the one-on-one shortcomings today, there were also some missed assignments on defense.
Yes.
Your thoughts about that? Is that focus, or were they getting rattled?
I think about simplifying things. I look at us defensively because, yes, we got more to us than the back out of the backfield a couple of times, and we don't got them, or we're late getting there. I think about maybe we got too much in on, and that's not just defense overall, but when it's not getting executed, the first thing you think about is how much we got going, and are they playing with clarity out there, and that's a coach's job.
The last 2 weeks, Alessio's been coming in just because Aiden's been coming out hurt, and he's been pretty decisive back there with his throws. Is that something to look at going into this week, whether or not Aiden Child's availability changes throughout the week?
Yeah, we'll check on health. Alessio has been coming along. He wasn't perfect here today, but I do think he's come in and made a couple of good throws when he's given the opportunity.
Back to the Childs hit, did you think that was targeting on that play? And was that anything you guys asked?
I didn't see a clean replay. I think that's bang, bang. It was a physical hit. There's no question about that. And again, they're looking at this conference. They're looking at all plays, and they took I'm sure, a look at it because it was an injury timeout. They had plenty of time to look at it.
I'm wondering about Nick as well. I mean, there were a lot of points in this game where Aiden was trying to get to him and he was double covered, and Alessio was able to get him free a little bit. There was the touchdown play, for example, was a nicely designed one underneath there. I'm wondering, how is that something that you need to make and maximize, the Nick Marsh factor?
Well, yeah, I mean, we had tensions coming in, and you saw a couple of balls going his way early. I think at the same time, you can design all you want. If he's seeing a little bit of double coverage, we got to be going to other spots, and that's on the quarterback to do it.
Hey, Jonathan, I'm just wondering how you adjust the team at halftime when the first half went the way it was, and you mentioned, or the Boozer mentioned earlier, just to try and refocus for 30 more minutes. What was the mood and the message at that point?
Well, the mood wasn't great, right? We come in with a lot of frustration. Again, we got to make some adjustments and all of that. We talk about sticking together, and it's on us to do it. And so that's where the halftime, and look to make some adjustments. You open the second half, you got some momentum, you got a drive going, and then don't finish it and can't get a stop. Thanks, guys. Thank you.